We swam, bike and ran in the Utah sun. Now we're gonna swim, bike and run in the corner sun. The champ is in the house. Get ready to scream and shout. It's breakfast here with Bob. We got so much to talk about of how we swam, bike and ran in the Utah sun. Now we're gonna swim, bike and run in the corner sun. And breakfast with Bob.
Poncho Man, bring it in. Welcome, everybody. Breakfast with Bob, St. George edition, championship edition. My name is Bob Babbitt. We're brought to you by Master Spas, Zion's Bank, Quintana Roo, Forum Smart Swim Goggles, Clash Endurance, Premium Plus Sports, and, of course, our Challenged Athletes Foundation. Our next guest, the 5-time Ironman World Champion. Give it up for Daniela Ryf. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So, Daniela, we chatted a couple weeks ago, and it always surprises me when people start discounting people, and they're like, "Oh no, Daniela, she didn't do well in 2019 in Kona, even though you'd won everything else in 2019-18." Did you feel a little motivation that people were maybe counting you out?
Yeah, definitely. I think yesterday was kind of a bit of a statement. I mean, we had very little opportunities to show on a long distance Ironman what we're capable of, and definitely had some times where I was also struggling with health and everything.
Right.
So to be able to take this opportunity yesterday meant so much to me, and definitely there was a little bit of satisfaction as well to prove all the doubters wrong. I mean, yeah, it's I think it's to put these people maybe who don't believe in you also into motivation can help to keep going and still, I mean, it's important to keep believing in yourself, and I always did that, and I tried everything to perform the best I could, and sometimes things don't go well, and yesterday finally I felt strong again, so it was definitely very nice to to be able to perform on such a important race on my best level.
And sometimes you just need time to focus, right? And you had, after Oceanside, you went to a beautiful part of the country. You went to Sedona, which was very similar to this, and you were just able to, your bike, the pool, you just focus on you. I bet that was pretty important.
Yeah, that last camp was very important. For me, it's definitely important that I can have that focus, and really, I mean, pretty much the last 6 months, to be honest, I focused very much for this race, and I tried to take away the distractions, and we spent a lot of time at home, trained a lot on my own as well, indoors, and just grinded it out there in the cellar.
Yes.
And I tried everything to be ready for this race, and that's why I'm so happy that it played out well. And Sedona, the last 4 weeks, I really kind of distracted myself, or how do you say, I
eliminated distractions.
Yeah, exactly. I did that, and that played out really well. And I was really looking forward to this race. I felt like I was in a very positive mindset, and even though I didn't race very well in Oceanside, I knew what I was capable of, and it was just a matter of showing it. And so that's why, of course, it's so special then to be able to show it when it counts.
And nobody on the planet has 10 Ironman World Championships. Between Ironman and Ironman 70.3, you now have 10. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it is a lot. That's definitely, I have to admit. But it's not really the number that's so important.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really how I won this race, and after having some problems, and to come back as like feeling strong again. That's what made it feel so special, and that's why I also was very emotional in the finish.
I was going to say, I've never seen you react like that. It was like, wow, that was a different side of Daniela. Obviously, that was pretty pent up.
Yeah, definitely. It was. I mean, it's been a very long time. We had 2.5 years of no Ironman World Championship race, and my last race in 2019 didn't go well. I was sick, and so for me, I felt like I really wanted to get this right. And yeah, after having not feeling so well for a while, having health issues, it just felt so like I was able to perform strong, and I felt like in a strong body again. And to sometimes I had like moments where I couldn't. I was motivated, but my body was not able to perform.
Yes.
And so yesterday I felt like back in my body, and that's why it was such a strong emotional finish, and it definitely gave me goosebumps, and I felt very also on the course to see the people. I felt like the people were so happy for me that I was
so
going
happy.
strong, and this even gave me more energy. So it was just a very emotional race, and to be able to feel strong, and it's just a great feeling. This is why I do it. I want to get ready for a race and then be in a strong body, and that's what I had yesterday, and it's one of the best feelings.
And when I look back, and after the 2018 race, which was, you got stung by a jellyfish, and then didn't know if you're going to stay in the race, and then you end up breaking the course record. You have a type of race that you really could have dropped the microphone and said, "I'm done. My career's over. This is the greatest race I could ever have." Sometimes the downside of that is it's hard to get motivated again, because how do you beat that? How do you go better than that?
Yeah, that was definitely a factor. After 218, I felt like I accomplished everything, and I did have a time where I was not quite sure like what my next goal is. The most asked question to me was, so why do you still do it? You won everything, and it took me a while to find out like what the answer was. I wasn't really sure, and for me, I really found out that it's not about like that I have to do something else or something new. It's just I love getting ready for a race and perform, and that's just what really gives me joy. And yesterday out there on the bike with Kat Matthews, she was smiling at me and saying, I told her like, "Oh, amazing bike," and she was pushing for a bit, and I took the lead again, and we were kind of playing with each other and helping each other, and this is what I love doing. And that's why I do it, and that took me a while to find out like that I don't need to look for something new. I just love what I do, and there's not really something I need to accomplish. It's really to perform and show great races what really drives me.
So we were interviewing Annie Hogg a little earlier, and I said, "What did you think about Daniela's performance?" She says, "Well, there's nothing tougher than an angry bird." That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I actually wasn't angry like for this race, but I did in the finish. I can definitely say it was a lot of, maybe I let out anger because it was just, I was angry that I couldn't, the last 2
Your
years
body
I
couldn't perform.
show.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, definitely when I'm in that state, I can really get a lot of energy out of myself and put this anger into motivation and also performance.
Yeah, when you look at the 54:42 and your 4:37:47 was the 23rd fastest bike overall, men and women, right? And then your 2:59:36 the 21st fastest overall time of men and women. Obviously, you're back, and your back is good, if not better, than ever before.
Yeah, I mean, I stopped actually trying to see if I'm getting better, or I just try to get as good as I can. It's always, for me, because I never trained with watts before, it's hard to say if I'm better now than I used to be in 218. I don't think it matters. It's really about, getting these performances again in racing. And definitely yesterday was, it was just one of those races where I felt like, already in the morning, I felt like today's going to be a good day, and I was really keen to race, and I definitely had a lot of fun out there.
Well, and your Kat was there, mile 70. There was Kat and Sky and Lisa, and then all of a sudden you were gone. You took off, and by the end of the bike, you had 7 minutes, which is vintage Daniela Ryf.
Yeah, I mean that was a little bit the plan. I wanted to keep it under control because I had a lot of respect to then blow up on the run. And so I tried to keep it under control, but then build it in the second part, and that went perfectly on and according to the plan. And I started to feel stronger through the bike. The long climb was actually exactly like I trained in Sedona up to Flagstaff.
Yes.
And I also believe that the bad race in September last year helped me to get feeling even better this year, because I had a lot of tough memories out from the course,
Right.
from September.
Yeah,
and
the World Championship, yes.
Exactly. And so I felt like I could feel like I was having a better day than in September, and I felt stronger, and this was so motivating. And from there I just tried to not look back. And when I saw I had a bit of a gap on Kat, I just knew, okay, now I have to keep pushing, because I knew she can run very well, and
Yes.
I also knew Annie is gonna run very well.
Yes.
So when I got off the bike, having 7 minutes, I told myself, this, now you gotta run, girl. And I knew I had to show a good run. And that was actually, to me, the most surprising. I did feel like for the first time, for a very long time, I could actually run. Anne took a bit of time, but I could then keep it steady.
Yeah.
And she didn't come any closer. So this was, for me, the biggest surprise yesterday, that I was feeling like I was actually running solid, and it just made me so happy. Yeah.
Always such a pleasure to chat with you. Again, round of applause for the 5-time Ironman
you.
World Champion, Daniela Ryf. Poncho Man, take us out.
We're gonna swim, bike, and run in the Utah sun. Now we're gonna swim, bike, and run in the corner sun. We got the champ in the house. Let's get ready to scream and shout. It's breakfast here with Bob. We got so much to think about of how we swim, bike, and run in the Utah sun. Now we're gonna swim, bike, and run in the corner sun. And breakfast with Bob. Cheers.
Thank you, Poncho Man. Championship edition. Hold on, everybody. We will be right back.